Welcome to this explainer. So, there is a massive industry-wide shift happening literally right beneath our keyboards. I mean, we all love the magic of just typing a prompt and getting instant results, right? But that massive rush for convenience, it's actually forcing a really critical pendulum swing back toward local control and strict governance. Let's get into it.
Here's our roadmap for today. We're going to hit the AI convenience trap, the shift to local AI, the vibe coding revolution, the hidden costs of fast codes, and finally, the hybrid future. Basically, we're bridging two major tech trends, infrastructure and software development, under one unified theme, control.
Starting with part one, the AI convenience trap, and really, the hidden cost of the cloud. Because look, the truth is AI as we know it today is almost exclusively powered by massive cloud infrastructure. And sure, that brings incredible convenience right to our fingertips, but it comes at a steep cost, basically the complete loss of your data control. The contrast is pretty stark. When you run AI in the cloud, your data fundamentally has to leave your environment. It gets beamed out to external servers that instantly exposes it to external risks, regulations, and a massively expanded attack surface. Centralization just inherently breeds vulnerability. But local AI? That completely flips the script. It keeps your data strictly on your device, processing everything in a controlled, safe environment. Which brings us right to part two, the shift to local AI, or bringing processing closer to home. To defend against those cloud vulnerabilities, the industry is making a huge move toward edge intelligence. This is all about bringing AI computation directly to your laptop, your phone, or your local server, instead of beaming it away. It's kind of like keeping your most sensitive documents in a bolted safe inside your house, instead of mailing them to a bank across the country every single time you need to read them. Because the data never leaves your device, it strengthens privacy and security by design. It's not just a bolt-on feature, it's baked into the very architecture. So, that begs the obvious question, right? Why isn't everything just processed locally? If it's so much safer, why are we still sending our prompts up to these massive server farms? Well, there are some very real physical limitations tethering us to the cloud. Local AI is basically hitting a hardware wall. Our daily devices just don't have the brains of a billion-dollar data center. So we face major hardware limitations, intense model optimization requirements. I mean, shrinking a giant AI model to fit on a smartphone takes insane engineering and much higher operational complexity. But hey, the industry isn't sitting still. Advances in model compression and edge hardware are closing that gap super fast. Okay, moving on to part three, the vibe coding revolution and what is often the illusion of free engineering. We're seeing this exact same dangerous rush for speed in how we actually write software. Enter vibe coding. This is where you simply describe the software outcome you want, and the AI automatically generates the code, fixes the bugs, or builds the prototype. No more manual, line-by-line typing. It is hugely empowering. It lets seasoned developers and non-technical folks alike just speed-run repetitive tasks. You literally just vibe your ideas at the screen, and the AI does the heavy lifting. When you compare the two, the difference is night and day. Manual coding is slow, highly deliberate, and demands deep syntax knowledge for every single character. Vibe coding? It's instant. It's totally outcome-focused. You ask for a feature, and boom, the AI drafts the structure in seconds. It completely removes the human bottleneck. But, just like the convenience trap of the cloud we talked about earlier, we really have to pause and ask, does faster code actually mean safer code? And that drops us into part four. The hidden costs of fast code, and the risks of AI software generation. This is exactly why organizations absolutely cannot treat vibe coding as free production engineering. Sure, the AI-generated code might look totally fine on the surface, but under the hood, it can rapidly compound some absolute nightmares. We're talking weak authentication, poor database access protocols, duplicated logic just scattered everywhere, fragile architecture, massive technical debt, unsafe dependencies. And honestly, the scariest one, no clear ownership when things inevitably break. It is a staggering amount of risk injected at lightning speed. So how do we avoid a total disaster? We need a strict playbook. Number one, use AI for prototypes, internal tools, and docs. 2, use it to accelerate your experienced experts, not replace them. 3, you have got to meticulously review every single production change. 4, protect your secrets and data from being fed back into the model. And 5, always add human-verified tests and feature flags. Vibe coding shouldn't replace engineering discipline, right? It should just act as an accelerant to make disciplined engineering faster. Which brings us to our final section, part 5, the hybrid future,
finding the golden mean of AI.
We're pulling it all together here, synthesizing those hardware limits with the software risks. Because the future, it isn't just one extreme or the other. It's not exclusively cloud, and it's not exclusively local. It's both. It's a hybrid model. This is how we perfectly balance performance and security. Your highly sensitive data, like personal identifiers or core IP, gets processed locally so it stays completely secure. Meanwhile, the heavy, anonymized computation happens up in the cloud. You keep the data close to reduce exposure, but still get to tap into that limitless cloud power. So the winning formula for future teams, it's not about who can generate the most code or use the biggest models. The winners are going to be the ones who master this balance, combining speed with safety, creativity with strict governance, and massive automation with unyielding human accountability. I want to leave you with this final thought. AI can draft the code. Humans must own the product. Whether we're talking about where your data physically lives or how your software gets written, the ultimate responsibility always rests with us. We have to keep our data close and, honestly, never let go of the steering wheel. So the next time you ask an AI to write a feature or crunch your data, ask yourself, who is actually in control?